How did it take off to be kind of a fully fledged artist that then gets commissioned all the time?
Tenacity, hard work. Yeah.
Well, did you do the first piece and like sell it to somebody or get a gallery?
What happened was at the time, a mate of mine, Jay Harrison, was going out with a girl called Cressida Kennedy. Very clever girl, and she saw my work and went, "You need to have a show. I'll get you into Orson and Blake at the time." And their small gallery in their store in Surrey Hills.
Yeah,
it's just an internal gallery in a furniture store.
Yeah.
And I had a show in there, and it was. I know a lot of people just through all the different jobs that I've had. I've done a lot of events and PR stuff and doors, and so I filled that space up really quickly. And then from there, I've kind of went from power to power and strength to strength. Although in 2013, I was like sitting at the beach with my girlfriend at the time, going, "Far out, this is really hard. What are we going to do?" And she's like, "Well, I don't know." And I'm like, "Well, let's go to India." I've never been to India in my life, and we were thinking about going down to southeast India down there, and then I got a phone call from my mate Damien. Life changed. It's
expand on that.
Expand on Damien or my life changed.
Well, that opportunity with Damien King, yeah.
So Damien's the husband of Emma King. Emma's the sister of Simi. Simi, I was introduced to Emma through Simi via someone else, a guy called Todd Hammond at the time, who's no longer with us, also a friend of Cressida's. Emma commissioned a piece for Damien's birthday. And then, so he had that in his home. He works in Melbourne. He does property development. He was doing the commercial side of property development at the time. I got a phone call from Damien going, "Hey, Dion, it's Damien." I'm like, "Damien?" He goes, "Yeah, Damien King." And I'm like, "Damien King, hi." He goes, "Emma King." I'm like, "Yeah, hi, hey, Damien, how are you?" And he goes, "I'm going to change your life. I'm going to make your day." I went, "Come on, bring it on. Make it. Let's go."
Wow.
And then, the next thing I'm on a private jet flying to Melbourne to meet Lang Walker. And, that was a massive turnaround for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a large scale. That's the first time you ever done your work at that scale.
Yes.
Well, how big is it?
85 meters long.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the circumference of is yellow.
Yellow. The pipe is 300, 400 in places.
Wow.
Circumference or diameter or cross.
So how did you do that? Did you do like a small version?
I made. Yeah, they go. I got given a month to create some models. Or some scale pieces. So I made 40 odd pieces in a week.
Wow.
And then
Only you could do that.
I got a phone call about day 9 going, how we said you had a month? Well, you've got a week. What can you do? I went, yeah, no worries. So I picked out I got them all powder coated actually, picked my 5 favorite, and then jumped on Lang's jet back to Melbourne and presented the 5 pieces. Lang said, "Which is your favorite?" I went, "This one here." And he went, "Great. Meeting's over. We're done."
Wow.
Okay, Dion, you talk to them. They'll sort it out for you. I'm like, okay.
And had you done them all yellow?
Yellow and white.
Right.
Yellow or white.
And then they liked yellow, or was that what your favorite was yellow?
Yellow was my favorite. I pushed my favorite.
Well, so what kind of it's interesting how these things can happen. That changed your life, didn't it? You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
And that visibility, a highly visible artwork in Melbourne, which is highly artwork centric.
Yeah, it is. Melbourne's an incredible city.
Amazing city. So that then lead to other opportunities in Melbourne?
I've had a pretty strong foot in Melbourne from the go-get, really, because of that. People in Melbourne have got homes and they've got walls as opposed to in Sydney. They knock out the walls, put windows in to look at the ocean.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Been pretty good. I think from Melbourne, from that one, because of that, I got another foot in the door in Sydney with Toga on Hall Street, Bondi.
Oh, recently?
Well, 2013, 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that piece.
You just need to look up, mate.
Oh, okay. It's there.
It's big.
And you just recently done some with BMW in
Melbourne. Yeah,
Melbourne. You just done some
the Kingsway,
multiple
5
pieces.
Multiple pieces. Yeah, a lot of public work that's really they're the big ticket items. Obviously residentials are your bread and butter of as an artist, as a working artist, they're your bread and butter. That's if you're turning over residential works, well, not turning them over, but creating residential works It's they pay for the studio and they pay for the materials and a lifestyle, and